Hey, let's be honest for a second. Do you ever feel like you're just not quite running on all cylinders? Like there's a deeper well of energy and health inside you, but you just can't seem to get to it? Well, today we're going to talk about how to unlock that hidden power that you already have.
So let's get right down to it. Let me ask you this. Are your cells actually getting the fuel they need to thrive? It's a serious question. We spend so much time and energy thinking about the food we eat, but what if the most critical fuel of all isn't on your plate? What if it's in the very air you're breathing right now? To really get a sense of this, just look at that number, 40 trillion. That's roughly how many cells make up your body. It's an absolutely staggering number. I mean, if you tried to count them one per second, you'd still be counting over a million years from now. And every single one of those tiny engines is working around the clock with one purpose: to keep you healthy and full of life. But here's the problem. Here's the big disconnect. Most of us, without even realizing it, are living in a state of constant energy deficit at the cellular level. By completely neglecting the most basic process of all, I'm talking about breathing properly. We've basically trained ourselves to survive on less. You ever wonder why you can feel exhausted after a full night's sleep? Or why you hit that wall in the afternoon? It's because your body is literally running on fumes.
So, what is this fuel I keep talking about? It's more than just plain old oxygen. See, ancient traditions have known about this for centuries. In Chinese medicine, they call it qi. In yoga, it's known as prana. They're all describing this essential life energy that's in everything all around us. For today, let's just call it vital life force, and we pull it into our bodies with every single breath we take.
Let's really zoom in on this. Imagine the story from a single cell's point of view. It's working hard for you, right? Creating energy, but in the process, it's also creating waste, like carbon dioxide. So it's waiting, desperate for a red blood cell to show up and deliver fresh fuel. But since we've become a society of shallow breathers, that delivery is just a tiny sip, barely enough. So what does the cell do? It adapts. It learns to operate in a constant state of lack. It learns to just survive instead of truly thriving.
But here's the amazing news: that cell's story does not have to be one of lack. We have the power to completely rewrite it, and we can start right now. It all begins with something we do more than 20,000 times a day, almost always on autopilot: breathing. It's time to take the controls back. And I'm not talking about some small, insignificant change. With a little bit of conscious practice, you can literally double, or in some cases even triple, your functional lung capacity. Just stop and think about that for a second. Imagine what it would feel like to flood your 40 trillion cells with 2 or 3 times the energy they're getting right now. So how do we do it? It's actually a really simple 2-part breath. You can try it with me. First, just relax your belly. Let your diaphragm drop down. You should feel the air filling up the very bottom of your lungs. That's part 1. Okay, now from there, actively expand your rib cage. I mean, out to the sides, to the back, upwards. Feel that? That second expansion, that's where you tap into all that massive, unused space in your lungs. All right, here are a few little pro tips to make that breath even more effective. Standing up straight, that's not just about looking good, it physically creates more room for your lungs to open up. Keeping your elbows off your body does the same thing. Then, at the very peak of the inhale, try to relax your shoulders and hold it. Go for about 8 to 10 seconds. Let your body absorb all that goodness. And then a full, complete exhale. Push all that old, stale air out. So bringing in all this new energy is incredible, but it's really only half the equation. You could have the most powerful energy source in the world, but if the pipes are blocked, it's not going to get where it needs to go. We have to clear the body's energy highways, and that is where your posture comes into play. Think about it like this. That poor, collapsed posture is like a kink in a garden hose. It doesn't just look bad, it creates real physical blockages. It puts a ton of strain on your spine, it interferes with your nervous system, and it literally obstructs the flow of energy. On the other hand, proper alignment, that's not about being rigid or tense. It's a state of being relaxed and open, a structure that allows that vital life force to move without any resistance at all. And you don't have to overthink it. Let's do a quick posture check-in right now. First, think about your sacrum, that triangular bone at the very bottom of your spine. Just find a neutral position for it. Not tucked under, not arched way out, just neutral. Second, gently lift your lowest ribs just enough to create some space in your torso. And finally, think about your head. It's like a 12-pound bowling ball. Make sure it's balanced right over your spine, not jutting forward.
And hey, if you want to really supercharge that energy flow along your body's main superhighway, your spine, there's another simple habit you can build in. It's called the spinal stretch. You can do it every morning and every night, and people have called it a life changer because of how much it improves flexibility and keeps those energy channels wide open.
But listen, all the deep breathing and perfect posture in the world will only take you so far if you're missing the single most important ingredient, and that's your mindset. Without the right mindset, these are just temporary fixes. They're not a new way of life.
This quote says it all, doesn't it? Be self-reliant. Take control. I know it might sound a little harsh, but it's actually incredibly empowering. The message is crystal clear. You have to become the CEO of your own health. You are in the driver's seat. Because at the end of the day, no one is more invested in your well-being than you are, period.
So here's the blueprint. Step 1, take control. Stop outsourcing your health decisions to other people. Step 2, make a simple plan. I'm not talking about some punishing, complex regimen. I mean a simple routine that feels good and actually serves you. And step 3, the most important one, establish new habits. You have to back up your plan with action and be willing to step a little bit outside your comfort zone. The knowledge we've just talked about is a powerful tool. But knowledge without action, it's just trivia, right? The real question is, what are you going to do with it? Your new reality, your healthier future, it begins with your very next decision.
And if this all feels a little daunting, just remember this concept from the Shaolin Temple. It gives you a simple, achievable timeline. Do something for just 3 days, and you've planted the seed. Keep it up for 3 weeks, and it becomes a habit. After 3 months, it's deeply embedded in who you are. The path forward is so clear.
Think about that. Just 3 days. That's all it takes to plant the seed. 3 days of taking a few conscious breaths. 3 days of checking in with your posture. You can literally set the foundation for a life-changing habit before this weekend is even over.
And here's the real tipping point. 21 days. 3 weeks. In just 3 weeks of consistent effort, that new action goes from something you have to do to something you just do. It becomes automatic. It becomes part of you.
The version of you that's going to exist a year from now or 5 years from now is being built by the small choices you make right now, today. Not tomorrow, not next week. The choice to take one deeper breath. The choice to sit up a little straighter. Your future is being decided in this very moment.
So as you go on with your day, I just want to leave you with this question. In a world that's always selling us complicated, expensive solutions for our health, what if the most powerful medicine of all is totally free? What if your highest, most vibrant energy is just one conscious, deep breath away?